All right, all right, all right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. What's up with my face? What's up with my face? Oh, my ugly, ugly face. It's not, I joke. I kid. I kid. Hey, Janae. Atsuki, how's it going? Shut up. Oh, yeah. So, my idea is I'm going to do another dark fantasy topic, but you will suggest the topic. So, generally, what it is, in generally, not it's not that ugly, just a bit. The idea is just a fantasy topic, right? But I'm going to try to make it dark. So if there's someone suggesting a wizard, the wizard is going to be a dark wizard, right? Not in skin tone, but tone, mood. Hey, Lauma. Atsuki, yeah. I like dark fantasy. It's a little, you can go gritty, you can go like mutilations, and it's too much like Men in Tights, right? I kind of like the dark fantasy a little bit more. It's a little bit more heavy, you know. There is not that many that is dark fantasy. Everything has to be, you know, with bells on, kind of. Hey, how's it going? Speedy dude. Fallen Angel. Oh, that's a pretty cool topic. So, any suggestion, fantasy related, and I'll try to dark fantasy it up. Fallen Angel and Lantern Animal. That's pretty cool. I can make that into dark fantasy. Could be some sort of dungeon goal, or who knows? Torrent. Oh, those are the like, ox people, right? Hey, Isra, how's it going? You could also say, okay, right? It's 2 times Lantern Animal. Should I allow that? Should I allow that hack? What if everyone just says Robot Panda one morning? Black Troll. That's pretty dark, man. Snake Warrior. That's pretty cool. Hey, Captain Boss. How's it going? Like Minotaur, yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's dice the roll. So as per usual, it's not this one. It is now number 1. Ah! Ah! Sharta, OMG. You played yourself. Oh, shit. Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny. Oh, man. That is priceless. Oh, man, that is so good. That is so good. All right, Fallen Angel. Oh, man. Next time, you're gonna get Lantern Animal one day. I promise you, one day it's gonna get. You're gonna get it. Oh crap. Okay, Fallen Angel. All right, Fallen Angel. Fallen Angel being, the stereotype of something good turning to bad, right? Or fallen angel. But you could also the metaphorical, you lost your wings, right? Or you, hey, Algani, I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Yeah, Ricky. Fallen angel is the topic. So how could I do the fallen angel? I mean, obviously, I want him. It's going to be a him. It's going to be an assassin, right? Daggers, fallen into greed, fallen into, fallen morally, right? So he's an assassin. But the idea is, let's do the classical one-wing angel, right? But should the I could actually switch class. Should the angel wing be all messed up? Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. And then he has a hoodie on, right? Let's go. We're just gonna instantly be the Diablo. Hey, Concept Sam, how's it going? I'm Bruno Romanos. Spirit Dude. Well, if you don't know, birds have hollow bones. So there's actually very little density in their bones. And that's why they can fly, Spirit Dude, Mr. Spirit Dude. Because if their bones would be solid, birds will drop like stones. So birds have hollow bones. And that's why they can have massive wings and not fall over. Sharta. Yeah, sure. Why not? Just have like feathers around. I want to make it like really, really like. Have any one of you played Final Fantasy 7? Final Fantasy 7. There's a bad guy in there. I always forget what his name is. Surprise, surprise. With something Azeroth, maybe. Would that be his name? And the big Sephiroth. There we go. Sephiroth. Not Azeroth. Sephiroth. Yeah, I love that guy. He was such a bad guy. Me and names. You guys know this. You shouldn't be surprised anymore that I'm absolutely dog shit when it comes to names. It's just there's no way. I don't know how to remember names. Yeah, 7 for me was such a great game. I really, really loved that game. That was so cool. The sense of world, I think, was at the time really, really amazing. Like it felt like such a tangible world, and everything just clicked for me. I love it. But at the time, I would say my English was not supreme, and it was a little bit tricky to know. Spirited, yeah. Azeroth is, yeah, World of Warcraft. Yeah, it's same here. It was one of those worlds. Like when you every time you got to a new location, you felt like you were in the location. I remember. And the whole chocobo was these massive birds that you could ride. And at the time, what was really cool with 7 is you could summon like gods, and these massive gods would come, right? Or was that 8? Maybe that was 8. But you did that in 7 as well, right? Or more or less in um, every Final Fantasy, there's god summoning, right? yeah, I mean, back then it was really a kind of a unique, right? Really well put together. That didn't happen that often. The game itself, uh, yeah, I mean, the game itself was what, four DVDs, which was crazy, right? It's like insert disc three. It's like, holy shit, I'm on disc three, guys. Oh, OMG. That was really cool. And it was like fully like realized 3D world. Well, it wasn't. It was like hack, right? The characters were 3D and the environment was still painted, uh, except in the battle stages. But it was for me, a unique experience at the time, right? Nowadays, it's like you can have this on a mobile phone and even better. So the magic is gone, it's lost, in time. But at the time, it was really really cool. Yeah, the CG movies were really cool. Was a nice, like the production value was really really good. And I think they nailed a lot of things at the time. They nailed a lot of things that was hard to capture and do well, like with the whole slots in the weapons and so on. Each character had their own character, uh, equipment. That was really cool. The thing is, a lot of people. I think this, right? I think this. I think that the reason why it's hard to get surprised is because the people making the games now in genres like that are the people who loved Fantasy VII. Like, if I would make a game now, obviously my references would be where I was a child. This sounds so stupid, but of nostalgia, right? Like, oh, I loved playing these games. These games were like the definition of games for me. I I could name games that like younger people who have no idea why people love it, right? But when I was a kid and that game came out, it was like the game. Like that was flawless. And if you play that game now, it's like bullshit. Who cares? So so I think what 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 we gotta do or what gonna happen is what is the our or this current generation's Final Fantasy VII, right? We can't lean on that old behavior, old recipe, because it's so everyone have done the Final Fantasy VII recipe over and over because it's such a good thing. But that's why, like we talked about it on the subject of movies, right? That Arrival all of a sudden became really interesting because they actually put time and effort into acting, and that you could instantly notice that it's an old way of making a movie, but in a modern way, right? They gave it a modern twist, and then we all of a sudden saw acting again instead of Michael Bay explosions all the time, right? Yeah, the Souls game, definitely. Um, they are going to be remembered. They're already a genre that's referenced, right? That's already like a Final Fantasy VII reference, and now there's a Souls reference, um, and I mean Street Fighter. A lot of people are trying to make like what's the next Street Fighter or the Final Fantasy 15 now. I have it. I'm bored of the recipe. It doesn't appeal to me anymore. It's just more of the same. The challenge is going to be what is required to make, you know, the next big thing. You can't quit. Yeah. I looked at the trailers and like, nope, it has nothing to me. It doesn't appeal at all. It just looks like a. It feels like an old game in new clothes, and that's another reason also. Um, for example, I don't like Monster Hunter. It's like a great idea forced into old behavior of old games. It's nothing new. Hey Diana, how's it going? So for me, like Monster Hunter is like, yeah, it's fun to attack boss fights. It's like constant boss fights. But the recipe of attacking the boss fights are the same. And when I first saw, for example, Division, I was really intrigued by it. I was like, wow, they're really coming up with what they did with the genre. I was like, wow, that's super amazing. Like, I really hope that they captured the trailer, you know, the first reveal. Like that's going to be the gameplay. Like this new dynamic way of playing a game, very in and out flowing, and then the Division came out, and it was like, it was fun for a while, but then it got really, really boring because it was one dimensional. It wasn't a modern take on a genre. It was just old. Like I think that's a lot of problems that a lot of people do in games nowadays is just rehashing old because of nostalgia. GTA, GTA, I think was pretty good. I think they succeeded with GTA quite well. Um, but all the bazillion updates they've added to it, like, oh yeah, now there's NASCAR, now there's uh, this, now is that. I tried to start GTA 5 once a while back, and it just felt like the App Store. I was like, fuck this. I have App Store on my phone. I don't need it in GTA. Like, where's the game? There's no game anymore. It's just a bunch of mini games. Yeah, it's I don't know. I guess I'm an old man. I really liked GTA 5 in the beginning. I thought it was really, really cool. Eric Ricky, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you gotta be able to prove it, right? You have to be able to say what it is gonna be, right? It can't be something completely alien. Um, but for example, that's why I think Alien Isolation was a success because it took a basic principle of a corridor crawler uh, and made it into this new updated version where it's a fully functioning AI that is like literally trying to kill you, and is so adaptive and so smart. It listens and reacts and has its own agenda live. Like that's a modern way of doing a basic idea, of a classic idea of horror survival, right? And you put it on its head, and it becomes very interesting, and that's why it won a lot of awards. Nostalgia can be very dangerous, absolutely. Um, Red Dead Redemption was pretty cool. I think they managed to do something really good there. Okay, I feel like this guy is just becoming a human with a wing. I need to I need to do something different with the face. Needs to, if he's a fallen angel, I don't know. I need to corrupt it somehow. It feels a little bit safe. Maybe it's diseased. Captain Buzz, you're too scared? A creepy lantern. But like, I'm gonna talk about this one, but on another stream. But I gave this feedback to portfolio at TSU, and it's a part of a talk I did, uh, which is I'm drinking coffee, of course, concept sound in my buck cup because I'm a buck. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, it's about stereotypes, and I think people with money, um, they don't want to, like Eric, I think, if I might remember correctly, said that it's about people with money want to be safe, and I absolutely agree. But I think that's more of package rather than execution of concept. They want to know that they can trust this new idea. New ideas are happening all the time. It's when they're too alien. That's when you can't make parallels to something. And if you say, "Oh, it's Spider-Man with a twist," they can go, "Oh yeah," but the twist got to be applicable. It's got to be understandable. It's got to be have a reason for the twist and not just added for the sake of um, I don't know. It's a really tricky subject. I mean, you can argue like, oh well, everything doesn't need to be unique. You know, that's true. It's also true, but you also gotta, as with everything, the more you try in an intelligent way, the better. Usually, the better the end result. But if you're just doing something for the sake of finishing it, there's a chance that it's just going to be that. It's just going to be a finished thing without any thought behind it. And it's the same with art. If you're just going to wrap up a sketch, finish a sketch, the sketch will be that. It will be a finished sketch, the first draft of something. It's going to be great for what it is, but it's not going to rock your world. And anything with a clearer, well executed idea and the path where that it took and the decisions that being made and the materials being used and the blah 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 blah, the better the product, right? And the longer it will stay unique. Look at Final Fantasy VII. It stayed unique for forever because the decisions that they made were all the right ones, pushing the envelope in all the right places. But it was still a game. You could still make parallels to other games, but the decisions to put weight into certain categories was the right? And I think that's an interesting kind of thing. FS bro, yeah, it's coming. Holy shit, it's coming. Hey, Vyacheslav Volkov, welcome back and happy holidays. Happy vacationing. Where are you vacationing? Are you vacationing anywhere nice? Or is it all like underwear vacation? You're just gonna stay at home. FS bro is coming. I promise you it's coming. Taking a break from work. That's nice. That's good. That's great. That's what's important, right? Re-energize, get that blood flowing again in the brain. Stop being in the hamster wheel for a second and catch your breath. It's good stuff. I tend to keep a lot of vacation to the Christmas period. That's where I do all my recharging. Usually it's too busy over the summer, too busy, just can't stop moving really. Sporadic, smaller breaks like for workshops and so on, but mostly day-to-day stuff is just work, and then Christmas, like screw it, away for a month more or less. Vyacheslav, that's really cool. Sri Lanka is fascinating. I never been there, but I have my uncle who passed away a few years back. He's married to a woman from Sri Lanka, so we got a lot of stories from her, photos and so on. Very fascinating. Captain Bose, what's happening here? Only 20 minutes? Well, the thing is like that, right? You want to do that too. Just start. Go back to season 1. Season 1 of my warm-ups. Or warm-ups where I fail or experimental warm-ups. It all adds up. It's not like overnight, right? You should just do shit over and over and over, and you'll get better. That's the recipe. You will never have overnight change. It's additive, right? Like Creative Assembly, the console team that made Alien Isolation and so on, or Creative Assembly in general, at least when I worked there, they had this idea of evolution and revolution. I like bells too much, yeah. It's dark fantasy, so it's okay. Hey, Cousin Sam, thank you very much for joining in. Mr. Get Down, working out. It's really helpful for sound mind, sound body. Get your blood right. And and your system right. It's not necessarily art itself, but you will definitely feel a difference with working out. And for me, with workouts, I try to find a time a day where it fits the routine because I'm a father and I work a lot. It's hard to find the right time, but with some trial and error, I found a good time to do it. But because I have a disabled child as well, it's a bit harder to walk away and go to the gym. Um, it feels like I'm, you know, stepping away from responsibilities. It's probably just my mind, but yeah, it's all about finding a good time of the day where you can sneak it in. But granted, I don't exercise enough. I really need to shape up more. Hey, Jenny. Thank you for coming. What is the best art I've done? FS, bro. According to who? Recently, it would be the THU because theoretically it won an award. That's an easy way to do it. If you ask me, it's not the best work I've done. It's the question. According to me, it's a really old painting. I painted for when I was really sad in '94, which kind of '94 or '96. I think maybe '96. That means I was 16. Yeah, uh, or maybe '98. Whatever. I was youngish. Um, it's a painting of a kind of like a creature, a angel creature, not angel because I'm not Christian, but like a the symbol of a angel in the sense of halo and wings, right? But it's a creature. It's like a white, blobby thing sitting on the edge of a rooftop, kind of looking very melancholic and holding the glowing halo in his hands or its hands, kind of sitting, looking all beat. Uh, but in the expression, there's this sense of like looking into the horizon, right? That would be my favorite painting. But looking at it now, it's really shit. But it has a meaning to me. That would be my favorite. If the image is online, no, I should have it saved though. The title of the painting is called Everything and Nothing, which is kind of, it was the mood of the time. Probably more towards 98 than 94, but still. One of my favorites. And it's also my mother's favorite. She has it on the wall in her home. Captain Boss. All right, I'll dig it out one day. I'll show it. At the time, I wasn't a happy boy. Very sad. But I'll dig it out. No problem. Let's go down that road. FS Pro, yeah, my pleasure. At the time, it was very meaningful. It was a lot of sadness as a young man, a lot of troubled boy. Nowadays, no, of course not. But I think everyone has issues. Everyone battles their demons, right? And I had mine. Time is up. Yeah, exactly, Captain Boss. It had a meaning for me. That's why I remember it being something of importance. So, who to raid today? Let's go and dive into this section. Sand art, nice crotch view, mug, feet, another angel. Tits and ass, tits and ass. That looks pretty cool. No. Shit. That's pretty cool. Creaturiste. All right. Let's see. Creaturiste, right? Cheers, Captain Boss. My pleasure, man. Nothing wrong with some tits and ass, yeah, but I'd rather not. Let's rate this person. I've never seen the art before. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.